Welcome to the US Citizenship Interview. The officer asked many tricky interview questions to make sure if the applicant is eligible to become a US citizen. This interview is conducted based on the new Form N400. You might come up against during your interview, so please practice and get well prepared.
Mrs. Khanh, Tuyen, Pham?
Yes, ma'am, it's me.
Good morning. Just to clarify, how do you say your full name?
Khanh Tuyen Pham.
I'm sorry, I didn't say your name correctly.
It's okay. I know my name is very difficult to pronounce. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Khanh?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very excited for the interview today. I was waiting for almost a year.
Great. I'm Officer Patricia Elena. Can you follow me, please?
Of course.
Can I see the appointment letter and your green card? You can place everything else on the desk and then raise your right hand. I ask you to swear under oath before we proceed with the interview. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
What is your first name?
My first name is Khanh Tuyen.
And your last name is Pham?
Yes.
What is your current address?
11317 Midbury Court, Austin, Texas, 78748. I moved to this address after I sent my Form N400. Can you please update the address for me?
Of course. When did you move to that address?
I moved to this address on January 6, 2024.
Did your spouse move with you to that address?
Yes, we moved together and we live together.
Is your mailing address the same as that address?
Yes, it is.
And what's your date of birth?
November 11th, 1996.
Please show me your state-issued ID and your country passport. All right, now I'm going to take your photo and fingerprints very quick. The photo will also be used for your naturalization certificate if everything goes well today. Please look at the camera for me. Next, I'll have your fingerprints collected, so please put your right index finger on the scanner. Awesome. We've done the right hand. Now, please put your left index finger in the same way. Do you feel prepared for the test?
Yes, I believe so.
Good. I will start with the reading and writing test. Can you read slowly the sentence on the tablet?
When is Columbus Day?
Please grab a stylus pen. I'll read a sentence and want you to write it. Please take your time and try to write it clearly on the tablet, all right?
Yes.
Columbus Day is in October. Give me a second to review it.
Okay.
Well done! You got all the words correct. Congratulations!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we go to the civics test. Do you have any questions at this point?
No, thank you.
We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years?
6.
What does the President's Cabinet do?
Advises the President.
There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Citizens 18 and older can vote.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
The Civil War.
Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
Perfect. Everything is good so far. Have you applied for naturalization on the basis of your marriage to a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
How many years have you had your green card?
I've had my green card for 4.5 years.
When did you receive your green card?
I received my green card on September 5th, 2019.
When did you get married?
I got married on July 9th, 2017.
You got married in the U.S.?
No, I got married in Vietnam.
Were you previously married?
No, I have just been married once.
Where were you living before getting married?
I was living in Vietnam.
Where was your spouse living at that time?
He was living in the U.S.
What is your spouse's country of birth?
His country of birth is Vietnam.
When did your spouse become a U.S. citizen?
He became a U.S. citizen in 2010. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly the date.
It's okay. How long did you date before deciding to get married?
About a year?
Did you go on a honeymoon?
Yes, we went to Japan on the honeymoon.
How many days did you spend on your honeymoon?
We spent 15 days on the honeymoon.
Could you please show me any photos of the wedding ceremony or honeymoon?
Yes, I have some photos of the wedding ceremony and honeymoon on my phone. Please take a look.
Okay, thank you. Where did you live after the wedding?
I lived in Vietnam after the wedding. My husband came back to visit me very often during this time.
All right. Did you come to the interview together?
Yes, we came here together. He's waiting outside.
Do you live together at the current address?
Yes, we live together.
Do you live in an apartment or a home?
We live in a home.
How many people are living with you and your spouse?
4 people. My husband's mother and my daughter live with us.
What documentation do you have to prove that you're living together?
I have a joint bank account, joint car insurance policies, and a joint mortgage. Here they are.
Does your spouse have separate bank accounts?
Yes, he has a separate bank account, but he doesn't use it very often.
All right. What is your social security number?
754-25-8840.
Have you ever changed your name before?
No, I've never changed my name before.
Do you want to change your name when you're naturalized?
Yes, I want to change my name.
What name do you want to use as a new name?
Kathy Con Pham.
Can you write it down for me? You can write it on the tablet. Separate the first name, middle name, and last name for me. Perfect. Do you want the SSA to update your immigration status and issue new Social Security card when you're naturalized?
Yes, please.
Okay. What's your phone number?
512-367-8201.
Is either of your parents a U.S. citizen?
No.
Do your parents live here?
No, my parents live in Vietnam.
Your previous address is 420 Southern Cross Drive, Austin, Texas 78717.
Yes.
How long have you lived at this address?
I've lived at this address for 4 years.
Have you lived anywhere else in the last 3 years?
That's it.
Have you changed your job after moving?
Yes, I changed jobs after moving.
And where do you work now?
Arbor Nail Bar.
The address is 7826 US 290, Unit 106, Austin, Texas 78736. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
When did you start working there?
I started working there on January 10th, 2024.
What's your job title?
Nail technician.
Your previous job was at Perfectly Sculptured Nails?
Yes.
What's your spouse's legal name?
My husband's legal name is Chris Hong Wen.
Is your spouse's birthday November 12th, 1982?
Yes.
How many times has your spouse been married?
2 times. He got divorced once.
Do you know when he got divorced?
Let me remember. He got divorced in October 2014. I'm sorry, I can't remember the date.
It's okay. Does your spouse have any children from his previous marriage?
Yes, he has 2 children from his previous marriage.
Does he pay alimony or child support?
Yes, he pays alimony and child support every month.
Do you know how much the alimony payments are each month?
Yes, he pays around $1,400 each month.
What's your daughter's full name?
My daughter's full name is Emma Pham Wen.
Is she a biological child from your current marriage with your spouse?
Yes, she is.
Her date of birth is June 18th, 2020?
Yes.
Where was she born?
She was born in the US.
Does your spouse work?
Yes, he does.
Who takes care of your child when both of you go to work?
My mother-in-law takes care of my child every day.
All right. You took a trip to Mexico in May 2022?
Yes, I went on vacation to Mexico on that trip.
How long was that trip?
That trip was just 6 days.
Who went with you on that trip?
My husband and my daughter went with me.
Have you taken any other trips abroad in the last 3 years?
No.
Do you owe any overdue federal or state taxes in the United States?
No.
Have you ever failed to file a tax return?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted anywhere in the United States?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Do you know what torture is?
To hurt someone physically.
Have you ever advocated or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated the opposition to all organized government, or the overthrow by force or violence of other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States, or all forms of law?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in killing or trying to kill any person?
No.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, for example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
What does jail mean?
A place where prisoners are kept.
Good. Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you are not arrested?
No.
Have you ever been cited by the police?
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Do you know what prostitute is?
Someone who has sex for money.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military-type training?
No.
Do you understand what military-type training is?
Yes, it is learning to fight in combat.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
Everything looks good. Now, this is the last step of the interview today. Please review carefully your information on the form N400 that I just updated. Then move to the last page and sign it for me. When you become a U.S. citizen, you're required to recite the Oath of Allegiance in front of a USCIS official. This page is the words of the Oath of Allegiance that you need to recite during a naturalization ceremony. So please take your time to review it. Make sure you understand the full Oath of Allegiance to the United States, then have your signature at the bottom. Great job! I just approved your application. You passed the interview. Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I'm grateful to you for your consideration.
You're welcome. It takes a few days for your application to be updated in the system. We will send you a notice for the oath ceremony to your mailing address. When you receive the notice, please make sure your name and other information is correct. Check the date and location to attend the oath ceremony as scheduled. Any questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks again.
All right, thank you for joining the interview today. I'll walk you to the door.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.